What's going on, guys? This is Ralph back with R&N Lawn Care. Alright, figured I would make a small video today because this weekend was the 4th of July weekend and tomorrow is actually the 4th, so just showing you sort of what I got here. Let's flip it around and maybe it won't be too bad. If y'all can see that pretty good. That's right. I went and spent some of that hard-earned money on fireworks. Of course, there's my dog's bed. Anyhow, let's flip this back out here. We're fixing to go out here, change the oil on the scag. Just a small little video on that. Wanting to wish everybody a happy 4th of July, because everybody's America is AF. And just wanting to play around with the new camera, trying out some HD stuff on it. Don't know if I've got it quite set up the way I want to. I'm having to put it on auto because I'll be outside, inside, all that stuff. So hopefully y'all will enjoy the video, and I'm going to take you outside and set you up. So sit back and let's see if we can get to this. Alright guys, we're out here, got the Tiger Cat 2 out of the trailer. Hopefully this wind ain't messing with my mic on the new camera. It didn't the other day, so hopefully it'll turn out good. That way I can post this video. But we're about to change the oil. A lot easier than the V-Ride from what I've seen of that. It actually has a plastic plug for the oil drain on it, which I'll show you that here in a minute. Couple of things that I do use when I'm doing this. Go off screen for a minute. These babies right here to change the oil filter. You got to have you something like this. I actually got like a there's a plane, but I do have a socket wrench for my truck. It's like a socket wrench, a socket for my truck that actually slides up onto the oil filter and changes it. But I use these for oil filters on lawnmowers and things, because you can actually get down in there, get a hold of it, twist it off. But I have that, my oil pan, and I always like to keep, I'm very unprepared for this video, old dirty rag around for when I take off the oil filter. So stand by just a minute and I'll show you exactly how we're going to change the oil in the Tiger Cat 2. Alright crew, as you can tell, right down here I have my oil pan that I'm going to drain my oil into. My phone's going to go off every 5 seconds. That way everybody knows. Alright, let's zoom you in here. That way you can sort of, if it'll focus, the oil plug. So we'll get down here and sort of show you a little bit of what's going on. Alright, right here is actually your oil plug to drain your oil out of your Tiger Cat. And as you can tell, right here, everything is open down in there. So all you got to do, pull your plug out, set it down through here to drain your oil and everything. Okay, and then if you can tell, the oil filter, you can see where I'm pointing, is right here on it. So pretty easy to change. Probably gonna take off the air filter just to check it out, make sure that it ain't too dirty. I've only got 15 hours on this bad boy right now, so stay tuned on that. We're gonna go ahead and get this lawnmower cranked up, let it run for a few minutes, that way the oil will drain a little bit easier, and then we're gonna drain it, change the oil filter, blah blah blah. I'm sure a bunch of you already know how to do it. This is for the younger viewers that are out there and they might end up getting them a scag or something. That way you can tell what you sort of like, what you don't. Some machines are a little bit harder to change oil and things on. A lot of the plugs will be stuck way back there, and you have a tiny little hole that you have to thread your oil hose through to drain the oil. Of course, this is your big air filter right here, and that's where we pull our oil in the back here. So I'm gonna have to get me a funnel also. But stand by for a few minutes. We'll crank this bad boy up and let it run. Alright, crew, if you can hear me over this engine, all you want to do is let your motor run for a couple of minutes, let the oil warm up just like a vehicle, and that way it's a little easier to drain. So once that's run for about 2 minutes, we'll go ahead and change that oil. Alright, crew, it's been about 2 minutes, so I'm going to shut this thing off. We're going to change the oil and get it running fresh before I go out and mow my 3 yards I need to mow today. Alright, crew, since we got that done, we're going to go ahead, pull this oil plug out. Like I said, you can just do pretty much all this by hand. You want to loosen your oil cap up there. That way you don't get some type of vapor lock or something. And be careful because the oil will be hot. But just pretty much let her drain out. Just like so. I twisted it a little too much. Put this back in here. Make sure I don't burn myself on the muffler, because that would be bad. Don't need to burn myself today. That was a little too much. I don't know if you can see this or not. That's just how you let the oil drain out. You just loosen it up a little. take your cap off the end and let her drain. Just like that. That's all there is to it, to let the oil drain out of it there. Let you see it a little bit closer. I believe you can see the oil draining out of it. It takes a few minutes for all the oil to drain out. I'll show you what I use to put back in or what type of oil I put back in the mower. It's actually a 4-cycle engine oil. It's SAE 10W30 Kawasaki oil, because it is a Kawasaki engine. This is it right here. If you can see that, while that oils are draining out. It says it takes 2-point-something quarts of oil, but I like to run it a little bit less than what it says, because it's always better to add oil than to fill it up over the full mark. So once that gets done draining out, which it's slowing down now, we'll go ahead, plug that back up, close it up, and get ready to take our oil filter off. But we'll leave our hose down there out of the way for right now, just where it'll be a little bit easier to get into the oil filter. Alright, crew. The oil's still draining out of it a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and take my oil filter pliers, whatever you want to call them, and go ahead and get my oil filter off of the mower. The rag right here is just to keep oil draining all over your frame and stuff of the mower. So these are a little bit tricky to get a hold of sometimes. Yep, a little bit tricky to get a hold of. But you just want to start loosening it up. You just want to get the right angle on your oil filter until you can take it off by hand. Of course, like I said, there's going to be oil drains out of it. When you take off your oil filter, because there's always going to be a little bit of oil inside of it. There, we got it off just enough where I can get my hand down in here and take it off. There's a little bit of the oil that fell out actually. Just get your oil filter the best way you can out of the way without dumping it everywhere. And if you can tell here, I don't know if it'll focus on it or not, there's all kinds of oil down inside of there that'll spill everywhere. Just go ahead and dispose of that. We'll get our hands wiped off here and go ahead and get our other filter. Of course, we also got the Kawasaki oil filter. Don't make fun of the way I say Kawasaki. You have to put like a twang to it. Kawasaki. So, take you a little bit of oil left over out of your mower, and there's a little ring right around the oil filter, as you can see. I just like to take a little bit of oil from the last when you're changing it and just lube the ring up around the oil filter there, as you can see. It's a messy job, but somebody's got to do it. And then pretty much what you want to do, get your oil filter set back down in here. Pretty much the way you brought it on, took it off. Make sure you don't cross thread it. And just put the bad boy back on. You don't want to use the wrench to put your oil filter back on. just want to get it tight, that's dangerous as all get out, ain't it? Get hit in the back by a roll bar. But all you want to do is get your oil filter tight on there by hand. And that's pretty much it. Let that back down, that way you don't get smacked in the back anymore. And go ahead and remove your towel out of the way. There's a little bit of oil drainage down in there, of course, but it ain't gonna be clean and pretty every single time. Pretty much, it needs a bath, so we'll go ahead and give it a bath later after we mow today. But you gotta clean your dipstick off. So we're gonna remove our dipstick, put it out of the way right now, get our plug. This little plug right here. Turn my phone off real quick, but if y'all can see that. Focus, camera focus. There we go. Just a little cap plug is all it is. And let me zoom you back out here. That way y'all can sort of see what I'm doing. Or drop you down. That'd probably be better. Just drop you down to it. But pretty much as you can see, all of our oil is gone. Now we'll take it and tighten it all the way back up. Don't worry about getting nasty. You're going to get oil on your hands, of course. Part of it. Or you can wear some rubber gloves. Hey, I don't care how you do it. The oil's good for your hands. It's like lotion. But take your little cap, put her back on there, move the oil pan out of the way, clean that up real good, make sure you got your plug in tight, and pretty much bring it back up through here, just like that, right out of the way. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Which y'all didn't see where I put the plug back, but I'll show it to you one more time in case nobody knows. There's a little hole right here. You just take from under here, stick her back up through there, and you're done. So your oil plug is back the way it's supposed to be. We'll go ahead and get our funnel, set it up, put the Kawasaki oil in it, run it for a few minutes, check the dipstick after about 10 minutes of letting it set to see if it reads full, and we'll be done. Alright, crew, got my oil funnel here, sort of get it down in there to where it's going to stay. As you can tell, it matches the scag. So there's the shot of the oil that I do use on this. And just crack her open, of course. And just be careful putting it in there. Make sure it don't overflow. And put your 2 quarts back in your engine. One thing to check for also, I know a lot of people don't know it. Most of you do that's watching this, so pay me no heed. But after you put your oil in, close your cap, let it run for a few minutes. Just make sure while it's running that you don't have any leaks around your oil filter, okay? Because that causes for bad problems. You're going to drain all the oil out of your engine. You're going to seize your motor up, or you're just going to have to go buy some more quarts of oil. Either way, it just sucks. Get some of that pouring action. There you go. All right. There's our 2 quarts of oil. Of course, we're going to get a rag because there's going to be a little bit of oil drains off of it. Just let it drain down in there. Just bring it back out, like so. Step by step with Ralph. Ugh. I like to clean everything off, make sure no dirt gets down in the oil. Of course, we got our dipstick cleaned. Gonna put that in there, tighten it up. Boom! We are done changing the oil. All right, crew. Just showed you how to change the oil on the Tiger Cat 2 with a 22 horse cow engine. So the next thing we do after we change our oil, make sure everything's not leaking. We're gonna crank it up and look for leaks then too, and let it run for a few minutes, and then we're gonna cut it off, wait 10 minutes, and then check the oil to see if we are full. Alright, crew. We let her set for about 10 minutes. You don't want to check it straight out of the plug there. You want to bring it up, clean it off, just like so, and just drop it back down in, push it a little bit, bring her back out. And as you can tell, if it is showing up there on camera, focus. Focus. It might focus. It may not. But it is full. So the oil job is complete on the Scag Tiger Cat 2. And it's time to go put this thing in action and mow. Put the hood back down a little bit there. And let's go ahead and get her loaded back up. Alright, crew, done got the Scag loaded up, fixing to go mow a couple yards. I still want to get like up close into the camera there to talk to everybody because I'm so used to that GoPro. I'm still not used to this Canon. Plus I always move around, so pretty much got the squirrel ADD, looking around everywhere. But in closing, as always, I hope everybody has a happy 4th of July. Be safe. Get out there, shoot some fireworks, because this is America and land of the free, home of the brave. Thank all the veterans out there. I know a lot of people don't say that enough, but if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have holidays like this. I wouldn't get to go out and mow and make videos for everybody and just be who I am. So I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I know it was sort of silly of showing you how to change the oil, but I was wanting to push out a video real quick for the 4th of July. I'm actually going to try to tape the fireworks I'm going to shoot off for my kids, so hopefully I can get a video up of that and show us having a little bit of fun on the 4th of July and just not mowing and getting out running around. So hope you all enjoyed. We appreciate every one of you. We're up to 471 subscribers right now. That is awesome. Never thought it would get this big, like I've always told everybody. But we appreciate everybody coming by, especially everybody that's subscribed and is a member of the R&N crew. We appreciate every one of you. If you ain't a member of the crew and you like free stuff, there's a little subscribe button. I think it's over here. It might be over here. Who knows? But there's a subscribe button right down below this video. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Become a member of the RN crew because, like I said, it's 100% free. Okay? So go ahead and do that. Hit that thumbs up button if you liked the video, even though it was sort of silly. Leave us a comment down below of some good vibes or whatever you might want to talk about or have questions about. The video on Nathan's actual GMC is going to be coming up soon. I'm giving him a chance to get it cleaned up, and because I mean, we use it out there mowing. It's about like my truck. Inside's nasty, outside's nasty. Well, I ain't gonna say nasty, dirty from grass and dust, and he don't want to showcase it while it's dirty. So be looking out for that video, because there was somebody special requested that one, and I like to do videos that y'all ask me to do sometimes. So be watching out for that. As Nathan said in the other one, we've got a product we're going to be using here pretty soon, and we bought it and got a heck of a deal on it, and going to be showcasing that, reviewing it, telling you 100% honest review on what we think about it. So stay tuned for that one too. So as always, if you watch our videos, you're 50% more attractive. That's 50% more attractive. If you subscribe and watch our videos and become a member of the crew, you're 100% more attractive. And I can, you know, besides my dog barking in the background for the last 10 minutes, I can guarantee it that you're 100% attractive. I don't care what anybody else tells you. So until next time, crew, we will catch you out there changing some more.